Hey guys, welcome back to the Leading Edge Cricket Podcast, episode 58. And today we're going to get stuck into all the Big Bash, IPL, anything that's got a white ball, we're going to be in the mixer of it. I'm Rob, one half of Leading Edge Cricket, joined by the co-host of the show, Rich.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Yourself?
Not bad at all. Ready for Christmas, mate. Sat here, mince pie in hand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, ready.
You got your carrots out for Rudolph yet?
No, of course I haven't. But I will, of course. That's another thing. Yeah, can't wait, mate. Love it. Love all that sort of stuff. Christmas, shopping's been brought. Got the stuff in the fridge that you don't ever buy at any other time of the year, all the random cheeses and all that sort of nonsense. I am ready. I've even got a packet of those weird little cheesy biscuits that you don't ever buy. You know, like the really small ones?
Yep, I do, yeah.
Yeah, bought them. Never buy them at all.
What?
Christmas, yeah. And matchsticks. Or the matchmakers? Matchmakers, little mint chocolate sticks. Got to buy them at Christmas as well. No reason to buy them any other time.
Why is it? It gets to Christmas, it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmas. I fancy a cheese board. Like, no point of the year do you turn around and go, I'm just going to go and buy myself a cheese board for the fridge to eat over the next week.
I don't know. I blame Santa Claus, mate. That's it. It's his fault, all of it.
All Santa. But the beer's nicely stocked and you're ready to roll?
Yeah, the beer's not stocked yet. But yeah, we're getting there, man. Yeah, looking forward to it, though. Going to be off work soon. Happy days, lots of good fun. Christmas, yes, let's have it.
Yeah, can't beat it, mate. I'm gonna have to put it out there. Like, me and my wife were chatting the other day and was talking about Christmas, and I said, it just doesn't feel like Christmas. And she goes, why? Because it's not freezing cold and miserable. And I went, yeah, that's exactly what I miss about it.
You like our freezing cold and miserable weather, all right? Leave it.
Yeah, exactly. I miss it.
Yeah.
I might even go and dip myself in the local freezer.
Yeah, just don't go to the beach, though. Don't like all that going to the beach down where you are from, New Zealand, Australia, and all that nonsense.
I know. That's the plan. Christmas Day morning, go down the beach with the baby, with the family in the afternoon for a barbie. And...
Oh, stop it. You need to be in the house, oven on for 4 hours, cooking a turkey in ridiculous heat and whatever. Just, sweating you-know-what's off whilst the turkey's on the way.
Exactly. Watching the Queen's speech.
No, don't bother with that.
Oh, okay.
Just watch some cricket.
bit awkward. Let's go and talk about some cricket. Where do you want to start in the world of cricket today, Rich? There's heaps going on. We said we're going to talk about some white ball stuff, but I feel there's something overarching, a bigger piece of the English game that we need to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, white ball hero, Ashley Giles. No, that doesn't work. That does not work. Ashley Giles, that's where I want to start it, Rob. There's all this exciting cricket going on, but this is where we need to start, at the top of the English game. Ashley Giles, replacement for Andrew Strauss, the new MD of England men's cricket. He's going to start in the new year, so he's going to be having his Christmas, and then he's going to be starting a new job. Exciting times for the Giles household. Legacy left by Andrew Strauss will put the programme in a stable place. It is fundamental that I help our sport achieve great things, said Mr. Giles, otherwise known, obviously, as the King of Spain. We're looking forward to the royalty taking English cricket onto that next level. Massive, massive year coming up for English cricket, obviously. He starts with a nice tour of the West Indies. And then, obviously, we've got a little bit of stuff happening in the summer, Rob. It might be worth a little bit of a look, eh?
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting summer for England. That Giles, he's kind of been groomed from it from the start, hasn't he? The path that he's been on. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's kind of old school, no nonsense, but strikes me as a very intelligent man.
Yeah, it's nice as well to have a cricketer that becomes an administrator rather than an administrator that gets involved in cricket.
Yeah.
So he's played there. He's played at the top of the game. He might not have been the best player that's ever pulled on the free lines and all that, but he's been a heck of a player, heck of a servant, really good coach as well. He's got experience of just every aspect of the game. And he seems like a bright fella as well. He seems like an intelligent guy. So I think it's going to be a really, really good role. Such a shame that Andrew Strauss has had to step down. Obviously, he's had his private, personal issues with his wife's illness. But yeah, it's a really good appointment. And all the best to him. And I do think it's still amazing that he is known as the King of Spain.
That is awesome.
I think, what was it? I think it was going to be one of his, what is it called when you have your year?
Not Memorial Year, testimonial.
Memorial Year. I don't think it's even that, testimonial. Whatever it's called in cricket, neither of us can think of a word at the moment, but it doesn't matter. But apparently they got some mugs in, and it was going to say Ashley Giles, King of Spin, but the printers just added King of Spain instead. So I think that's just amazing.
They must have looked
benefit year, Rob. Benefit year. That's what I'm thinking about.
They must have looked at it and go, I know Ashley Giles. He can't turn it for Jack, so I can't be the king of spin.
Yeah. Well, no, it's definitely not. Juan Carlos is the king of spin, Rob. Everyone knows that.
They do. Gilo's an interesting character. You've got to say, out of people that's got so much ability in the world of cricket, he was one that was low on the ability level, but kind of just fitted the mould of what England needed during the period where he was in. And it's an interesting stats because he was always kind of deemed as one of the best number 8s in the world game while he was playing.
That's what you want to be.
Yep, world-class number 8, averaged 20 with the bat. He'd always get 20, though. His top score was 59, and he averaged 20. He literally went out there, got 20, and went, job's done today, boys.
Yeah, good puncher.
Yeah, good puncher. But then, his bowling average, surprises me, because I thought he was a better spinner than this. His bowling average was 40.6 with 143 test wickets. How did he play 54 tests as the main spinner and average 40?
NASA, bowl over the wicket, into the rough, into the legs, wait for Sachin to get into the nervous 80s, get him out, get him stumped. Job done. That's how he averaged 40 odd.
He did get 5 for down in India once, down in Ahmedabad, and he got a 5 for in Pakistan. So you could officially say the guy is the king of spin from English spinners. 2 fifers on the subcontinent.
You'll never take that away from him. So, yeah, it's a nice move, isn't it? I think it's a good one. And, I've gone off track there. Just put a pin in it. I think once you've finished it, finish your bit, we'll then just jump into the next part. So.
Yeah, so I'll press stop on it when I say subcontinent or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So where are we going to next?
England, West Indies.
I actually haven't even seen this squad today, I think. Oh, Tour
Unchanged.
Tour squad Unchanged. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, you go for it, mate.
Yeah. So we've mentioned that the first bit of cricket that Mr. Giles will be looking after, so to speak, will be the tour of the West Indies. Oh, I'd love to do this. I really should be in a better place where I could have just gone and wandered around West Indies for a little bit. But yeah, they fly over there. I'm not going to do it to myself. 15th of January warm-up game, couple of 2-day warm-up games. So we're going to have the same conversation when this has happened. Is there any point in these warm-up games? Should they be having better warm-up games? And we'll do that, repeat until somebody changes something. So then they've got 3 test matches, Kensington Oval, Barbados, Antigua, and then St. Lucia. And then before they have 5 ODIs followed by 3 T20s. That's going to take us from the 15th of January through to the 10th of March.
Wow.
Perfect. Bit of pre-season cricket. I think this will be my pre-season this year. We'll actually just be sat watching cricket. I refuse to get involved, nets or anything else. Probably because I've also done something stupid to my knee recently, Rob, which we haven't spoken about yet, but that's a weird thing. Okay. So don't play five-a-side, kids.
Oh, I was expecting some sort of drinking, dancing story, but...
No. But anyway, so yeah, Test squad, ODI squad was announced. No real changes. It's what you expect, and it's good to see the likes of Ben Foakes, Joe Denley, etc., being given more opportunity. Obviously, Denley didn't get much of a shout, but Ben Foakes was and is now the future of English cricket.
Yeah.
So he's front and centre. Ollie Stone retains his place. Chris Woakes is obviously in there. Keaton Jennings has stolen a place by getting that score, that one score in Sri Lanka. Well, let's see what he can do in the West Indies. I'm still not convinced, but I'm not going to just single him out, am I? Or should I? Rory Burns will get another chance at the top of the order as well. ODI squad, no real surprises or changes in this one either. Alex Hales does get himself a seat on the plane. David Willey, the likes of him. Mark Wood will be the last man standing in English cricket. He will always get a place in the squad. But yeah, no real surprises, Rob. Anything you want to pick the bones out of?
I just think it's really interesting from England because a year ago, we was off the back of a bad Ashes series. We was bad before the Ashes. We got hammered down in New Zealand, and we were in a really bad place. But since then, we've beat India, we've beat Sri Lanka away, and all of a sudden, we're into a test team with a bit of stability going in and absolutely going completely unchanged. It's quite unusual that sort of thing would happen to an England team. Let alone a top 6 that's been failing for 2 years.
Well, this is the crazy thing. England are consistently winning games of cricket. Obviously, the white ball stuff is going really well, but Test side as well, they are now consistently winning games of cricket, beating India in the summer, beating Sri Lanka. I think I made it clear how much I thought that was quite an impressive performance in Sri Lanka. Don't need to kind of go over that one too much. But they're doing this with massive, massive question marks still throughout the lineup. Even going looking at your Broad and Andersons of this world, because neither of those boys are getting any younger, which would be awesome if they were. But that's never going to happen. So it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Keaton Jennings, question mark. Rory Burns, question mark. Where does Root bat? Question mark. Johnny Bairstow, is he an opener now? Where does he bat? Blah, blah, blah. You go through it all the way through this batting lineup. There is question marks, but they're still winning games of cricket and it's still looking impressive. So credit to everybody involved at the moment. It's looking good. Long may it continue. You would hope that they have a good series. Well, all 3 different series, if you like, but a good tour of the West Indies. And God love it. That sunshine and rum and all that sort of jazz. How amazing would that be? You need to go and do this tour at some point, Robert.
It would be pretty good, mate. The one day squad as well is the one day cricket in English is the most stable it has ever been. There are so many good players, an abundance of riches, and I think they'll do great. And I'm putting my hands up. I think England will go and win the World Cup. Spoiler for when we do a World Cup preview one. There's one thing I want to say, right? Okay, you think about old football grounds, right? And you think of Main Road, old Man City Stadium, and then there's a new stadium, and it gets some shitty name. Highbury at Arsenal, and then it gets changed, and then there's the Emirates, and I don't like that. But there's a couple of things here when I look at where the games are being played. One, the Antiguan recreational ground is now called the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, which is more than acceptable. The guy's an absolute legend. He's got a Sir in front of his name, and he's one of the greatest cricketers of all time. St. Lucia. Holy moly, it is called the Darren Sammy Stadium. Darren Sammy! What has gone on there?
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say Darren Sammy is not in the same ballpark as Sir Vivian Richards?
Not even close. He was in the wrong country. What is Darren Sammy?
Darren Sammy. That's, I don't
He's
know
35.
What to say. That's like some of the greats that have played down at our local cricket club, Rob, and then me pretending to claim that my end is called the Richard Andrew end. As soon as that's the only end I can ever bowl from.
Oh, that'd be funny.
The greats of the game locally. It's like, no, that's what the end's called. No, it's not Rich.
I think you should start coining that, mate. And you go, which end are you having? I'm going to bowl from the Richie Andrew end, mate.
It's like when Jimmy Anderson played a test match at Old Trafford, bowling in from the Jimmy Anderson or James Anderson end. It's just surreal. But yeah, Darren Sammy, God love you, bless you, man. I don't know what you've done. You must have paid for the stadium. That's all I can think of. It might be like that Whelan fellow, Dave Whelan, that used to own Wigan Athletic Football Club. Sorry about the football talk. Yeah. But he named his stadium DW Stadium. How vain do you need to be? Name the stadium after yourself.
Oh, shocking.
But yeah, Darren Sammy, well done, mate. You've done something well there.
I actually mind blown. I had no idea about this, but it's worse than having an Instagram page and taking pictures of yourself every 2 minutes. I've named a stadium after myself, man.
Nobody does that. Are you trying to say that people take photos of themselves and put them on social media?
Oh, rumour has it.
Would you do that?
Rumour has it.
So, anyway, moving away from the sunshine of West Indies to Steve Smith's going to have to just enjoy the sunshine of Australia because he's not going to Bangladesh. He was about to sign for Camilla Victorians, not the great Victorians we spoke about last week. This is a different type of Victorian. I'm not sure which type of Victorians this is, but this is a Bangladeshi team. Basically, prior to their T20, he was going to be signed up as a bit of a late arrival, but because he wasn't part of the draft list of players, he can't become a replacement player. So basically what they've said is there's a bit of a technicality. They've had a vote and all the teams have kind of gone, yeah, we don't really want Steve Smith in there. Now, it might be that they've gone, he's a really good player, we don't want him against our team. But it also might be that he not proved himself to be the best fella in the world in the last year. So anyway, he's not going there. He's also obviously not playing in the IPL and all that sort of nonsense. So, another moment where Steve Smith's losing some money just for being a bit of a dick.
Yeah, the interesting point about this is David Warner is playing in this competition. And it looks like, you mentioned a technicality. So it looks like Steve Smith wasn't part of the original draft pool, which is why he can't be put in, but David Warner was. So whoever's running Steve Smith's schedule, whether it's himself or an agent, and I guess it's an agent, if they really wanted to play in this and make some money, they've dropped the ball, and it's going to rile me. The fact that I see it as he thinks he's that big, he can come in and technically bypass the rules. No, you bloody can't, Stephen. No, you can't.
Exactly. So anyway, sorry, Steve, you're not playing. But yeah, let's keep it 2020 though, mate. Let's keep it white ball. IPL auction happened recently, Robert. Ooh, that means, you know what that means?
That means money.
Dollar.
dollar, brother.
Let's not do that ever again.
No, I'm not someone that should be going dollar, brother, with a little jig next to me.
Don't, yeah. This is why this is only an audio, so we don't need to see what we're doing. So, the big news, and we obviously do have a little bit of a bias because we are from England, and that's kind of how we're going to look at this. But yeah, we had the IPL auction recently, and it was all about Sam Curran, Rob.
Yeah.
That's who it was about. Now, he's been snapped up. Kings 11 Punjab have brought the 20-year-old in. He was on a base price of 20 million rupees, and he's gone for 72 million. Yeah, so Kings 11 Punjab snapped him up. Yeah, there were some interest as well from Delhi Capitals. Now, this is something we need to dig into, Rob. I'm sure there wasn't a Delhi Capitals last year.
What's going on there?
And the old RCB, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Yeah, I don't know what's gone on there, but we will find out. Intrepid reporting and investigative cricket podcasting, we'll find out what an IPL franchise is. We're going to break the news of who the Delhi Capitals are. I'm sure nobody knows yet. But anyway, so Sam Curran, awesome. He's only played, is it one game, 2 games? He's only played a couple of ODIs for England, and he's not played a T20 for England yet, but the man is absolutely gold at the moment, and rightly so. So he's been snapped up. There's obviously a lot of other English players involved. Joe Denley, I thought, was an interesting one. He's been snapped up by Kolkata Knight Riders. I like that signing.
Yeah, that's good.
Liam Livingston, though, Rob. This is what I'm going to just question about a little bit. Liam Livingston?
Yeah.
Not sure? A little bit higher? Yeah. That's a question.
Can't go any higher. That's incredible. Yeah, Liam, has he done anything to warrant it?
No, I'm still trying to work out why he was in the England squads a little while ago, because what I have seen of him, I've not been massively impressed. But that's not to say that he's not a good cricketer, and he won't become a very, very good cricketer. But at the moment, I'm just not seeing what other people are seeing. But Rajasthan Royals, they like him. They've snapped him up. Interestingly, I'm going to go to a couple that have been signed in a second, but I want to just talk about a few that haven't yet. Unsold Owen Morgan, Chris Wokes, he had a cracking year last year.
Yeah.
Alex Hales, well, white ball contracts, Alex? How's that going for you? Mark Wood and Chris Jordan, they've all gone unsold in this auction. Jofra Archer, he is retained by Rajasthan Royals. This very, very soon to be qualified Englishman, Jofra Archer, should I say. And Pat Brown as well. The Worcestershire Seamer, he threw his hat in the ring, and he was overlooked as well, so he's not getting involved. But a few other players, Josh Butler, Ben Stokes, Moeen Ali, they've all been retained as of last month. This is the one I want to just talk about briefly, though.
Yeah.
World's best deaf bowler. And I don't mean he can't hear. I mean, at the death, TH. Harry Gurney has been snapped up.
Yeah.
By Kolkata Knight Riders. Him and Joe Denley all aboard the Knight Rider train there. They've got the world's best. I can't say it now. Hard of hearing bowler.
What did you say?
Exactly. Deaf bowler.
Deaf bowler. Wow, that's great for Gurney. Like he wouldn't have thought in a million years that he would be snapped up in the IPL.
He's chucked his hat in there, hasn't he? Like I said, he's just put himself forward and gone, yeah, why not? Have a punt. Let's see if I get in there. Yes. People know cricket, Rob. People know it. Kolkata Knight Riders, they clearly know cricket.
Yeah, no, that's quite incredible. And the Sam Curran selections are... It's great for Sam Curran, but it just goes to show whoever is hot in the world of cricket, it doesn't matter which format. If you are lighting stuff up, you are going to get yourself an IPL contract.
Yeah, exactly. And when I was saying he was the third highest, only 2 players went for more money than him, and both of the 1 and 2 went for £940,000, which is ridiculous amount of rupees, and I'm not even going to try that. But Kings 11 Punjab have brought on board Varun Chakravarti, who it may well be that he is a bit of a mystery spinner. But I'm going to find that out in a minute. And Jadev Unadkat as well, the left-arm seamer. He was snapped up by Rajasthan Royals for the same amount of money. Colin Ingram, South African. Delhi Capitals have brought him on board. And Carlos Braithwaite, Kolkata Knight Riders. They were 4th and 5th, respectively, in the how much money stakes. So, yeah, it's all lively and it's all starting to build up nicely, isn't it? The IPL number 12 season will run from 29th of March to 19th of May. So before you know it, Rob, England will have beaten West Indies and we'll now be talking about IPL. But this is where we're up to at the moment.
So Varun Chakravarthy, I think I butchered it.
You mean Varun Chakravarthy?
Yes, that'll be the guy. Now, he's an interesting character. He's played 1 first-class game. He's played 9 List A games in his career, and he has gone for all this money. And you will go, he's a wonder kid. He's a young lad. He's 27 years old. Now, the question is, Rich, who the hell is he? Well,
I don't know.
I appear to have something in front of me that's going to tell me exactly who he is. So he began playing cricket at 13 years old. And until 17...
is it an article that says, who is Varun Chakravarthy?
Literally, the first paragraph is, who is he? And he was a wicket-keeper batsman until he was 17. Then, after being rejected several times in age group cricket, he ditched the game and pursued a career in architecture.
Good lad.
Yeah. So he did a 5-year course.
I bet he can build an innings well.
Oh, no. Boo!
I'll log off.
Oh, that was actually quite good. So he worked as a freelance architect, but continued to play tennis ball cricket. I played tennis ball cricket when I was in India. I wasn't very good at it. I'm not very good at red ball cricket, so why did I think I'd be any different? And this kind of rekindled his passion, so he quit his job and joined Crombest Cricket Club as a seam bowling all-rounder, which seems as a logical choice going from a wicket-keeper batsman.
Obviously.
But he had a knee injury sustained during the second match, relegated him to the sidelines and prompted him to become a spinner. Obviously, the next logical choice is to become a spinner.
Well, I'm going to follow that path soon, so that is logical.
Yep. Having coped punishment with a bevy of batsmen in tennis ball cricket on 18-yard pitches, Varun expanded his repertoire, transforming himself into a mystery spinner. So, after returning from injury, he signed for Jubilee Cricket Club in the 4th division of the robust Chennai League and honed all his variations there. This rolls off the tongue. In 2017-18, he bagged 31 wickets in 7 games at an average of 8.26 and an economy rate of 3.06 in the one-day competition. Yeah, he's going at a few. He also pitched in with the bat, unbeaten 74 in a 1-wicket victory. So the man can bowl off-break, leg break, googly, carrom ball, flipper, top spinner, and a slider aimed at the batsman's toes to york them.
That's a lot of information.
This is a great art. You know what? I'm going to link this on the Twitter account.
We need to make sure we share this and give credit, seeing as though we've just read a paragraph of somebody else's work. So.
Yeah, it's. And also, you know how detailed this report is? He's addicted to Snickers chocolate bars. Oh.
What a boring get.
Yeah.
Well, I would have all the choice of chocolate and you're going for Snickers. What's the matter with you?
I really like the chocolates and the nuts, but it's such an interesting story. And reading that and looking through his stats and what he's done, there's still nothing here that makes me go, 940 grand worth it. I look at this and go, he should be someone that's coming in earning 60,000. You know, lower end echelon of the IPL, because he's not done it. He's played 1 first-class game, got 1 wicket at 105. My mystery is I won't take wickets.
Somebody has seen something. That's my analysis of this signing. What it is, why it is it all above board? I don't know. It seems a bizarre one, doesn't it? Yeah. But yeah, fair play. Like I say, somebody knows something about this kid. Well, 27-year-old. So, but yeah, good on him. All the best.
Yeah.
He can design plenty of houses with 940 grand after this, can't he?
Yeah, well, he's set up his own business. Set for life.
Too right. Solid foundations as he goes forward.
Yes.
In his career.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Excellent.
I'll stop now again. What about other stars, Rob? That's the question that BBC Sport was asking earlier. What about other stars in the IPL? So, is that what you're asking?
I was thinking about it. So Dhoni's going to be around, and Chris Gale's still going to be around. Chris Gale was awesome last year, wasn't he? Like he was Was he dropped at the start of the campaign and it was like, oh yeah, the Gale train's done. No one's ever called him the Gale train before, but it kind of pulled up and it wasn't really doing much. And then he just went bonzo.
He did. He went bonkers, mate, and he properly kicked off, didn't he? So, and him and MS Leonard were both awesome last season. They really are. They're just timeless. Brendan McCullum, though, he's been released.
Yeah. Part of me isn't surprised about that, to be honest. His output in terms of runs scored in T20 cricket is diminishing slightly over the last year, and he's into his late 30s now, and I just don't think he's... You're right, goes, right? And it's that consistency, whereas before he might be able to smash 80, whereas now it's more like he's going to smash a quick 40, and there's only so many overseas players that you can play in the game, and I think they look at it and they go, yeah, it's time for a change, but one of the all-time greats, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of good young players coming through, isn't there? And the same situation is going to be Dale Steyn and Morning Morkel. Neither of those guys attracted buyers. Whilst Glenn Maxwell, one of your favourite cricketers in the world of cricket, Rob, Glenn Maxwell, he's been released by Delhi.
Oh, well, I didn't think Glenn Maxwell did very well last year at all in the IPL. I thought he was...
No. Underwhelming.
Yeah, very underwhelming. And he's been underwhelming for me as an Australian cricketer for a long time and as a person.
And that's what it's all about.
Exactly. I just...
Sod the ability. If we don't like it, that's it. We don't care.
Yeah, he just didn't... I don't know what it is about the big show. He's just... We've not clicked. We've not got on as friends. So, I'm distancing myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not happening, is it? It's a bit like me and KP.
Yeah, exactly. You two need to have a reintegration point at some time in your life.
Oh, why did I even... Oh... Right, keeping things going with India, because I need to move on very quickly. India are playing against Australia in Australia. First test, obviously, India won 31 runs. Australia tried. They really tried, Rob. It was a proper tail-wagging attempt at victory from the Australians, the gritty Australians, the new-look Australians, as they are now known. But Cheteshwar Pujara, his heroics in the first innings, 123, that was the reason that they got over the line, really, in the end, you could say, for India. So they got to win the first test. Second test, you're thinking, okay, Australia, they're showing a little bit of heart, but it's still India's, isn't it? That's what you'd expect. No, Rob.
No. What happened?
Australia won by 146 runs.
Wow.
Now Perth, the quick, bouncy, whacker that we've all known. Well, it looked like they just cut a strip of grass in the middle of a park. It was a strange track, but yeah, it was a strange game. So Australia, no big scores. 326 was the highest scoring innings, and that was the first innings from Australia. 70 for opening batsman Harris and Aaron Finch with a 50. 45 Sean Marsh, 58 for Travis Head, who's starting to just find his feet a little bit in Test match cricket. Marcus Harris at the top of the order, should I say, just for people that aren't aware of who he is. Wickets were shared around. Ishant Sharma 4 wickets, a couple of apiece for Bumrah, Yadav and Vihari. India, obviously, their batting lineup, it was an opportunity again for Vijay, Murali Vijay, KL Rahul, but they're not taking their chances, Rob. Yeah. Duck for Vijay. Second innings 20, none for Rahul. They're missing Mr. Shaw, aren't they?
They are.
Mr. Shaw. Yeah, but as the game went through, 123 from Virat Kohli, awesome. 5 wickets for Nathan Lyon. I suppose we have to give him some credit. And then in the Australian second innings, a mammoth innings, 72 runs off 213 balls for Usman Khawaja. Tried to get it close, set them up, tried to get things as close as possible to then Australia could then push past the Indians. And then India was skittled for 140. The architect of this. I mean, the architect of this was a bowling attack. Nathan Lyon 3 for 39, but this is the Australian bowling attack where suddenly, if these 3 guys are available, then suddenly this Australian side looked better than an ordinary side. Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood, Pat Cummins. Brilliant. That's why they've won this game of cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
146 run victory. Yeah, 1-1 sets it up. 2 more tests to come.
It's a hell of a bowling attack that Australian team has. The problem has been the top 6 with losing Warner and Smith, right? Stark's still class. Cummings is class. Hazlewood can be great on his day and kind of fits the old Peter Siddle role a little bit. And Nathan Lyon is as good a spinner as there is in world cricket. But equally like you, mate, I was surprised that India lost this test match. Now, I did get to see a little bit of this test match because it's on during the day and into the evening over here, so I've got more chance of watching this than I do an England game. But it was just a strange test match because the first one, you could see India were the better team, whereas this, the Aussies had a little bit more bite about them. I was watching Mitchell Starc, and it's always an Aussie tactic, and I don't know if I like it these days, but when the lower order batsmen come in, they try and kill them. They literally try and kill them. And poor old Umesh Yadav was facing Mitchell Starc, and he was jumping all over the place from ball one, trying not to get killed, as Mitchell Starc was just destroying him.
It's some serious ego going on, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I'm a quick bowler, I'm going to start bumping 9, 10, 11. It's yeah, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, you know what? It's international cricket, isn't it? It's test match cricket, so come on.
It is. Now, I've got to ask, did you see what Tim Paine had to say?
I have seen that he said it's a relief more than anything for winning a test match, his first win as captain, obviously. But no, I'd like to hear more about what he said. And I'd also like to know what happened between Virat Kohli and Tim Paine, because apparently that got a little bit messy as well.
Yeah, well, Virat Kohli is not a very well-liked bloke around the world, it appears. He seems to rub people up the wrong way. And
no idea why.
Yeah, but the thing is, I quite like Virat Kohli from... He's the captain of India. He's the best team, and he... Absolutely, 100%. You look at that pitch and you know who is captain. He's the man that leads that team from the front. And I think...
Boss.
Yeah, he's the boss. And I think with this Indian team, yes, there's a few aging sort of characters and they struggled in England. He did the same in England. He led from the front and tried to get them going. And he's tried... Yeah. I don't know exactly what went off between him and Paine, but the ultimate sledge, mate. Murali Vijay's batting. Tim Paine, captain of Australia, behind the stumps. And this is incredible. The stump cam picks up Tim Paine saying to Murali Vijay, "I know he's your captain, mate, but you seriously can't like him as a bloke."
Just getting in there, just niggling away. That's a great effort.
It's class. It's so good. It's not racial. It's not gender stereotype. It's not sexist. It's not nasty. It's just bloody funny.
It's just adding that little bit of doubt, isn't it? It's almost saying, "Hey, Morley, you seem a good bloke. You know, me and you can talk. We can talk, but you know, that other bloke, not for us. Surely not."
Yeah,
I like it. Just sows a little bit of discord, doesn't it? Yeah. I love stuff like that. But yeah, it's quite funny as well, though, the fact that Paine was getting stuck in a little bit, and there is a little bit of chat going on because obviously he's been, you know, little choir boy, hasn't he? Test cricket's finest. You know, running around in his tuxedo or whatever, his three-piece suit, you know, looking like the nice young man he is, even though he's probably like 60 now, but he still looks really young, doesn't he, Tim Paine? But yeah, and then suddenly to get stuck into it with Virat Kohli, it's like, oh, so, you know, that's Australia, there they are.
Yeah, I'm just, I quite like it. And the umpires came and got in the way of Kohli and Paine as well in the middle, mate, when they were kind of going at each other towards the end of day 4. And I like this. I like this. It's just the answer. Tim Paine's going right up on my estimations, mate. Gaffney, the umpire, says, "That's enough, lads. Play the game. You boys are the captains. Play the game." Paine turned round to him and said, "Oh, don't worry, umpire. There's no swearing."
I'll call him everything. I'll do all this, but yeah, as long as he don't swear, that's fine.
Yeah,
I like him. He's a good bloke.
Yeah,
but no, Virat Kohli, he is the boss of. He is the captain. He is the number one, isn't he? Captain of the number one Test side still. Just fair play. Although there was some people saying that he did seem to lose the plot a little bit, and you know maybe he did, but it still gives us something to talk about a little bit.
It does. You know what's really interesting though? You know, Tim Paine's saying to Murali Vijay, "Hey, he's your captain, but he's not really a good bloke." Michael Clarke, Ricky Ponting. There's a long list of Australian captains that fit exactly the same stereotype.
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, and I think I'll take Virat Kohli over most of those blokes as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, have they got any more Test matches to play, or is that seems a bit?
Two more.
That's better. Boxing Day test.
Boxing Day, we're at the MCG for Boxing Day, as the usual, as the tradition dictates. And then fourth test is over at the SCG, a little bit later than usual. I think January 3rd.
Yes.
Is it usually the 2nd? But anyway, it's usually the New Year test is SCG, so it's the perfect two combo of Test match cricket. Love it. So, you know, 1-1. It's all set up, isn't it? Australia getting a little bit of confidence. Harris, who's coming in at the top of the order, is doing pretty well. Aaron Finch is doing pretty well. Travis Head is finding his feet. We've got the fully fit and firing Australian bowling attack. India, they're there or thereabouts, aren't they, as a team? They've got some great players, but they're missing that little bit of an X factor at the very top of the order at the minute. Pujara's come in and done pretty well, but Rahul and Vijay is not an answer going forward. They obviously tried to get Prithvi Shaw in, but obviously he's picked up an injury, hasn't he? So it's a shame that he's not involved. But we will see how this one goes, Rob. And I think the next test is the all-important one.
It is. It's make or break. I think whoever wins the next test, mate, wins the series. And then they wrap it up. And you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I normally back India because I just think they're such a good team. I am going to put my money on Australia to wrap up the series, mate. And weather dependent, I'm going to have them winning this series 3-1.
Yeah, I wouldn't kind of be surprised at all, and I'm certainly not going to question that at all. All I will say, obviously, this is a different Perth pitch. It's not the Wacker.
Yeah,
it's a new stadium, but Australia always win in Perth. Something about it, they always win in Perth. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. You know, maybe this result is a little bit the fact that it's in Western Australia, and they just have that comfort playing across there. But yeah, MCG and SCG, they're the games where you do start seeing some wins for the tour inside. So I don't know. That's all I'm going to say at the minute.
We'll see, mate. We will see. I feel like we should stay this side of the world.
Well, we certainly should, definitely. So yeah, New Zealand, your neck of the woods, pal.
Yeah.
Test cricket has begun. Wellington, first test has been completed with a match drawn. Sri Lanka touring New Zealand. So, you know, off the back of dispirited performance against England, disheartening, all those sort of words. For Sri Lanka, they've come to New Zealand, and New Zealand were in the box seat.
Yeah, 100%.
Big time. So 282 all out for Sri Lanka in the first innings. 79 Karunaratne, 83 for Angelo Matthews, Dick Weller 80 not out as well, wicketkeeper batsman. So done well. Tim Southey 6 for, that's all right, isn't it? Wagner, the gritty left armer, 2 for 75 Wagner, and Bolt's in there as well. Bolt and Southey, when those two boys are in there together, that's a pretty good attack, isn't it?
Yep.
Love to see that. It got a little bit interesting for the New Zealand first innings, Rob. So Jeetan Ravel, 59 on the board. He's gone for 43 of them. Pretty good effort.
Yep.
Tom Latham at the top of the order. Obviously not got many by the time Jeetan Ravel had got himself out. By the end of the innings, the 578 on the board, Tom Latham is still carrying his bat. He's 264 not out.
Yeah,
carried his bat. Am I right in saying that's the highest ever individual score when carrying your bat in an innings?
It is. It just broke one of Alistair Cook's many records, mate.
Exactly. Unbelievable, mate. I watched a little bit of this innings as well as it was starting to build when Kane Williamson had joined Latham at the crease. And Latham looked okay, but it was good bowling. It was, pressure was on from Sri Lanka. It was disciplined stuff, but he just kept going. Kane Williamson was with him, 91. Ross Taylor, 50. Henry Harvey Nichols, 50. De Grandhomme, 49. And then it just fell away towards the end of the innings. But whatever. This was all about Tommy Latham. 578 all out, 264, 489 balls, 694 minutes, Rob. 21 fours, 1-6, a strike rate of just shy of 54. That is one hell of an innings. He is now bona fide test match batsman.
Yeah, he is. He's actually got a decent record in test cricket. This bumps it up a little bit, but 40 test matches he's been around now. 7 centuries. As soon as you start getting near 10 centuries, you're kind of like, oh yeah, you're not a bad player at all. Yeah, I'm here, I'm around, and I'm pretty decent. The 578 all out, mate, this could have been worse. And by saying that, Kane Williamson was just doing what Kane Williamson did. He was looking like $1 million. And then he toe-ended one. He literally just straight off the toe end playing a sweep shot at the fielder on 91. And it was like, gutted. This could have been huge.
Yeah. He's showing why he's one of the best players in the world, wasn't he? I mean, 91 off 93 deliveries, a strike rate of just shy of 100. That's ridiculous. This is Test cricket in this day and age. He's an unbelievable player.
Yeah, he is. To me, he's my favourite player to watch in Test cricket at the moment, just because he's so methodical. Like, he score. You know what it's like when you watch someone who can score runs all around the wicket, front foot, back foot. They play every single shot. Timing. If it's a good ball, they still pick up a single. It's just incredible to watch someone who's genuinely good at his craft. And, he's the best New Zealand player there's ever been, and he will break every single New Zealand record if he hasn't already. He's just a wonderful, wonderful player. But Tommy Latham, mate, this is a coming in of age innings. 26 years old. He's had plenty of test match experience all around the world, county cricket experience. This is the one that makes everyone stand up and go, wow, Tommy Latham's he's a player, bro.
Yeah, too right. Hey, just before we move on to the epic Sri Lankan second innings, just want to look at some of these bowling figures. I love looking at this. Do you know what? The economy rates are all respectable. I've got no problem with any of this. But my favourite, I'm going to save till last. But yeah, Lacknell 1 for 88 off 31, Nom for 144 off Rajita off 34 overs. Pereira 2 for 156 off 40 overs. That's an epic spell of bowling. Fair play to you. 4 for 127 off 31.3 for Kumara. 2 for 54 off 15 for De Silva. But Angelo Matthews, he knows the game. I don't know if he had a niggle here, Rob. You're going to have to fill it in for me. But he bowled first change, 4 overs, 3 maidens, 1 run conceded, no wickets, 0.25 economy. And then he put his feet up. I'm guessing he either got an injury or he's like, nah, I'm not having any of this. These boys are hitting it far too easy, and this pitch is too much of a dead batting deck. I'm not bowling
I
anymore.
actually don't know, because the only way I can watch it is without sound, and just because I'm at work, and he must have been injured, surely. And the funny thing is, we'll get onto it in a second, he had an awesome game, so there can't have been anything that wrong with him.
Exactly. But anyway, let's move it on. There's a reason this game's match drawn. 578 as we said for New Zealand following 282. You think that all New Zealand have to do is put Sri Lanka in for the second innings, bowl them out, game over. But no, at close of play on the third day, Rob, that's what it was looking like though. 3 down for 20 runs. Gunnar Thalaika, Karunaratne and De Silva all gone. Back in the hutch, down to Mendes and Matthews. This is what he was saving himself for, Rob. This is epic. Absolutely epic. They batted for another basically 2 days without losing a wicket. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mendes, 141 not out, 335 balls faced, 455 minutes. Angelo Matthews, 120 not out, 323 balls, 447 minutes. Between them, in 658 balls, they hit 27 boundaries.
Oh, I love it.
That is proper dead bat, boycott-esque. Thou shalt not get past.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Match drawn. What an unbelievable effort from the Sri Lankans, especially after the back of the England series. But that will give them so much confidence going forward.
Yeah, it definitely will, mate. It's the first time in New Zealand cricket history, in New Zealand, that a test match wicket hasn't fallen when every ball's been played. So, incredible effort by these two to bat a day. They got the fifth day. I actually thought was nicely set, because you're either going to see 2 guys go and get double centuries, or you're going to see New Zealand roll them. And then the bloody rain came in around lunchtime and kind of ruined the rest of the day. But the pitch was so dead, mate. There was nothing in it. It was harder to get out than it was to keep batting, and that's a silly thing to say about Test cricket. But you've got Bolt, Southey, Wagner. You've got good spinners with Patel, and it was dead. So massive congratulations to Mendes and to Angelo Matthews, who tactically saved himself for the long haul.
Yeah, I like that. I've got a lot of respect for him. He's not daft. He is not daft, mate.
He's not. The one more thing I want to say about this New Zealand team, and it's about Kane Williamson. I'm going back to Kane Williamson because I've got my head up Kane Williamson's backside at the moment, going, wow, he's so good.
Fair enough.
First New Zealand player ever to go past a test match batting rating in the world rankings of 900. First New Zealander ever. He's on 915, currently second in the world rankings, just behind Virat Kohli on 934.
He does not get I don't think he gets the love that he deserves. If he's an Australian, if he's Indian, I think we talk about him a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, we definitely do, mate. He's one of the best players I've seen in this generation. Let's take your Sangakaras and your Jaya Wardeners and those sorts of players out. I almost see that as previous 10-year generation. This guy is right up there. He's better than Joe Root. He's better than David Warner. The question is whether he's better than Kohli or Steve Smith. The answer is open to interpretation.
Yeah, and the good thing for all of us, mate, they're still going strong. Kane Williamson and Coley and Root, and we don't have to answer that question yet. Let's wait for a few more years and let's see who does come out on top and who is the better of those three, or if it's somebody else that comes up from somewhere else.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Test cricket is alive, it's healthy, it's well, it's moving on. We've got plenty of it over the winter. South Africa are going to be taking on Pakistan soon. Lots of good cricket coming up, and we look forward to it. Big Bash, Rob. It's Big Bash time of year. Sure as we're getting the turkey out, sure as we're unwrapping a present, Big Bash is here, mate. Christmas brings it along every year now, doesn't it? 59 matches are coming up. 17th of February is the final. There'll be loads of people sitting in the crowd with their watermelon heads, their KFC heads, their massive oversized bogan sunglasses and vests on, bloody good, lovely Australian stuff. Big Bash is underway. It's not quite got off to the blast that we'd kind of always expected to. But you know what has happened that we probably would expect? First game in, Rob, Rashid Khan, man of the match.
Oh, never. Not a white ball Rashid Khan.
Yeah, I love it. Brisbane Heat against Adelaide Strikers got us underway. 146 plays, 147 for 5 balls remaining. Just the names, it's all good. I love this competition. Bits and pieces scores for the Brisbane Heat. 27, number 11, Mujibu Rahman. He's already been mentioned. 2 Afghanis have been mentioned, and we've only just started. Rashid Khan 3 for 19. Love that guy. 70 for Alex Carey at the top of the order for the Strikers. Colin Ingram, big money Colin Ingram, just the one on his first game. James Patterson. Second match has got underway as well. The Scorchers came second to the Renegades, Melbourne Renegades. What great names. Very, very low scoring game here. 28 for Klinger. It's all right. Nothing really to write home about. Usman Shinwari, opening bowler, 2 for 17. He was man of the match. 36 for Harper. 35 for Mohammed Nabi, the third mention of the third Afghani we've mentioned.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're underway, Rob. Obviously, there's a lot of good players. Obviously, there's a lot of good cricket to be seen. Obviously, there's a lot of good headwear in the crowd to be seen. But do you know what's the most important thing about this tournament, Rob?
Oh, no, don't do it.
The most important thing is we're not going to talk about 100-ball cricket. But we are going to reinvent the game a little bit here. We're getting rid of the toss, Rob.
Oh,
we have got rid of the toss. There is no more heads. There is no more tails. That's not good for you. But what it is hills or flats.
Oh,
this is what the world has been waiting for in cricket.
Oh, God.
Hills or flats. The coin is gone. The bat is having it. It's backyard cricket, Rob. It's tennis ball cricket. It's backyard cricket. Flick a bat. Who's batting first? Hills or flats? That's what we all want, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't even do this in backyard cricket.
Stop it, Australia. Stop it. This is not good. This is ridiculous. But anyway.
There could be so many cool ways you could do it, like fire someone out of a cannon and the nearest bullseye manages to get to choose to bat or bowl. But no, it's
sprint
flip
to
a
square.
Bat. Yes, sprint to a square. Whoever gets padded up first can bat first.
Do you know what, though? I've got no problem with it in a way. It's a bit bizarre. It's a bit weird. It's a bit Aussie, but never mind. And that's said in the nicest possible way. I love the Aussies, but geez, they are their own people. Hills or flats, though? Why does it have to be a hill?
Oh.
Jesus, can we not come up with a better name than that?
Why can't it just be front of the bat or back of the bat?
Yeah, it's a big deal in Australia, isn't it? Backyard cricket, bless them.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is what we're all talking about, Rob. That's what's going to be the most important thing. The second most important thing, Rob, is the return of, not return of the Mac, not Mark Morrison, it's return of Cam Bancroft. Sandpaper Boy, he is making his return. 29th of December, he's eligible. Perth Scorchers, Hobart Hurricanes is the game. He could be back.
Oh, wow.
Is it going to be a hero's welcome in Australia?
Yeah, I don't think they hate him. I think they all hate David Warner.
Yeah. Warner and Smith were the guys that took the biggest part of that rap, which they should have done as the players in charge. Cam Bancroft was the idiot that went along with the senior players, wasn't he? He had to take his responsibility, but he's had his time, 9 months. He's kept his head down pretty much. It's time for him to come back, but Cam Bancroft will be eligible, and we will be seeing him playing cricket again, Rob. We spoke about earlier on the IPL, a couple of little things. English players, Jofra Archer, he's been a big player in this over the last few years. He's back involved. That's going to be great to see as well. Joe Root is in it this year, Rob. Recently signed a 3-year new contract with Yorkshire. He's back in the game. Josh Butler's going to be involved. We've got other England players involved, obviously. Plenty to kind of to look at, isn't there? Liam Plunkett, Tom Curran, Joe Denley, Chris Jordan.
Matt Parkinson.
Well, we're not sure. He might be have an injury. Do you know who else is in, though? Matt Parkinson. We need to clarify that. But do you know who else is in again?
Go on.
The best hearing-affected bowler in the world, Harry Gurney.
Best deaf bowler out there.
It's not my fault I can't say it properly. But yeah, it's going to be a great competition, Rob. I'm really looking forward to it. I love the fact you've got the Afghani lads in it, Rahman, Rashid Khan. We've got those fellas in, Mohammed Nabi. Sandeep Lamichand's in there a while, the Nepalese leg spinner. Anton Devcic, he's been hitting balls all over in the T20 competitions he's played in. That's going to be good to see. There's plenty of players that's going to be exciting to watch here, Rob.
Chris Jordan's in as well. You know, he can't get an IPL contract, but he's good enough for the Big Bash.
Exactly. And it's going to be really interesting to see who is going to come up on top here. You know, the Renegades, people are saying that they're going to struggle again this year.
Yeah.
They've got Aaron Finch, though, Dan Christian, Tom Cooper, Harry Gurney's there, Marcus Harris, who's starting to make a name for himself. Hobart, last year's runners-up. Will they? Brisbane Heat, no one's kind of overly excited about them. So, you know, Sixers are going to be there or thereabouts, aren't they?
Yes,
from our
Sydney Thunder.
Tom and Denley. Yeah, Thunder. Oh, that's the big name squad, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at going. Teams. They're pretty strong. They're stacked.
Yeah, Lloyd Pope, though, for Sixers. He's the as they call the prodigy, the superstar bowler in the making, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's going to be an interesting one. Sydney could be where it's at this year. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It looks like they're moving the game around a little bit. There's a few random venues if you start looking at the fixtures as well. Yeah. It's not just being played at the big paddocks. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this competition. It's going to be nice. We're going to have some mince pies. We're going to be eating some cold, turkey sandwiches. We're going to be watching a bit of Big Bash.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It sounds good, mate. It sounds good. So most of these games kick off New Zealand time around 9 p.m. So it's like perfect bedtime watching. You probably won't get to see the whole game, but definitely get to see half a game a night, which is it's pretty good. It gives you a little cricket fix. Wife goes to bed at 9 and Big Bash is on.
Yeah, that's it. And this is the sort of cricket we need. It's getting cold outside. It's Christmas. We've got something to look forward to, but it's winter. It's off season. We need some of this cricket. We need to see some sunshine.
Yeah,
and some plenty of balls being smashed everywhere. And you know what? The other thing, the Big Bash is always just amazes me with is the quality of the crowd catching. I've seen some of the best crowd catchers on just in any competition from around the world. One-handeds, all sorts, clearing people out on a grass bank.
Yeah,
they love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, it's so much fun, so much good stuff to bring. I can't wait.
It must be all that backyard cricket, mate. Everyone's got a bid in the game.
Yeah. So, just quickly on that. Tails never fails. What is it for flats or hills?
Flats.
Don't look back.
Yep.
Flats will have a bat.
Oh yeah, perfect. Hills.
Skills, Rob.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't rhyme things. I went in my head. I went hills, mills, bills, kills, deals, hills, hills.
Nothing to do with cricket.
Not a bit.
What are you doing to us, Australia? Stop it.
What a weird thing to do, but it is going to be exciting and it's fun cricket. Like, you know what's great about this, Rich?
Mm-hmm.
It's 20 overs. It's easy to understand. You know what would be complicated if they went and freaking changed it to 100-ball cricket?
I can't go there. I just had a thought though. Maybe the English version of the toss, instead of hills and flats flipping a bat, could be just like social standing. Just which university did you go to? how well off are your parents?
Oh, you went to Eton. Oh, yes, you can choose first.
Oh, you can choose. Yeah.
Oh,
it's not.
You went to the Magnus. Well, you shouldn't be even on the pitch, mate. Go get me some drinks.
Oh man, but yeah, bring it on. Cricket everywhere, Rob. We're getting to the end of the year though, and yeah, it's been a great year. This is our first year doing it. We've not been doing it as much as we like, but it's been fun, eh? And do you reckon we'll get a chance to maybe just wrap up the year at some point, Rob?
I think we will. I think between now and New Year, we'll drop a end of year special with some jazzy little music that's like, oh, that sounds like awards. Where we'll give out the first ever Leading Edge Cricket Awards for the year. That sounds like a bloody good idea to me.
We'll workshop that name.
Yeah.
The Edges.
Yeah, the Edges. Best Deaf Bowler. That's an award.
He's already won that one. He's confirmed. But you know what would save us a lot of work over Christmas and New Year as well, Rob?
What's that?
asking these fantastic people that stay with us to the end through all this ridiculous nonsense chat to actually tell us what you've loved this year, your moments of the year, your best players, your emerging stars of the year, just anything that's just been just incredible, best drinks carrier. I don't care. Whatever it is, just, what's been the highlights of your cricketing year? It could be that you've, you saw some bloke get a two-match ban at Bramca early on in the season. That might have been a highlight. Just whatever your highlights are this season, it doesn't matter if it's domestic, international. It'd be nice to know just the best Test performers, the best ODI performers, T20, the teams of the year, all that sort of nonsense. But just throw some stuff our way, give us some stuff to have a look at. Saves us a bit of time, but also it just helps. We want to get get everybody's input, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely do, mate. So we'll get that out before New Year. That's going to be pretty exciting. We might even put a few polls out on the Twitter account, so make sure you follow us at Leading Edge Pod on Twitter. Very cheap plug with a great segue thrown in there. But Rich, I think that's us done. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, a cold and wet and beautiful English Christmas. Oh, God, I miss England. And I will try and enjoy myself on the beach with a beer and a barbecue. Mate. It's tough, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to join you soon. The forecast really annoyed me earlier as well. There's no sign of snow, so that kind of just makes me a little bit grumpy. I want snow.
Don't worry. If it makes you feel any better, mate, we're forecast rain for the next 5 days. Great. Thank you for listening, guys. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well. We'll speak to you soon. Till next time.
Merry Christmas all.